Okay, I hope this microphone doesn't fail me now. I'm not recording a backup. So, I've just been sat on this idea for the past, half a week, pertaining to empaths. And, there's a lot about my life which a lot of people don't see. For example, yesterday, my dog got into a fight with another dog on the street. And he came back really amped, really crazy. He was going all over the place. He was pissing everywhere, and he was biting my hand every time we were stroking or playing. He was being really aggressive. He wasn't trying to hurt me or anything like that. It's just when dogs fight or play throughout the day, they tend to carry that energy throughout the day. Now, what am I getting to here? Well, we have another dog in the house. My mum's dog. This thing is tiny. It's not big. It's not muscly. It's not even strong. Matter of fact, it's got arthritis in its legs. It's pretty weak. It's not very threatening. But it doesn't stop my dog from lashing out at it from time to time. If my mum's dog, this small little, it's a terrier, is sleeping in my dog, a Staffordshire Bull Terrier's bed, because they're very territorial. So I'm on the loo, which is around the corner from my kitchen where they sleep. And I hear this screak, and then it was, and it gets really loud, and my heart is really fast, and instantly I just yell Kanan, because that's his name. And when I shout his name, I shout it really deep, right? And then he instantly just stops. I don't even have to get up to pull them apart anymore, because he knows that if I'm annoyed by him or upset by his behavior, because I expect him to, behave better, to be better, to be less aggressive to the things that he loves. Because every now and then, I do catch them kissing, which is really cute when you see two dogs kissing. They're licking everything. And the size of their tongues are so different, But I just basically let him know, I was Kanan, in my voice, and he stopped. So I walked into the kitchen, and I could feel their energies. I could feel Mum's dog, and I can feel his energy, okay? I could also feel that my dog wasn't paying attention to the energies that were flowing through my mum's dog. Matter of fact, he didn't really care about what he had just done. So what I did was, I sat him down next to my mum's dog, and I'll just do this because I taught him with sign language. It makes the most sense. Sign language and micro expressions for dogs. Okay, why would you use words? Just really think about it. You won't find a dog speaking English or any language. They literally physically cannot speak a language. So what would you do instead? Well, if you watch dogs behave with other dogs, their interactions, it's all eye contact. It's all the subtle gestures with your body and the gestures with your face, the micro expressions, which allow him to read you. If you want to be dominant, you stick your chest out and you lean over him. You bow. And that's a very simple thing. So I caught on to that very early on when I first brought him at about 6 to 8 weeks old. Big gap, okay, 8 weeks old. I saw him when he was at 6 weeks, brought him at 8 weeks. So what am I saying here? Well, I basically strong-armed him in the sense that the way I was positioned and the way I was communicating to him physically caused him to sit and not move, so that I can teach him a valuable lesson when it comes to how another being feels, okay? Because he obviously wasn't paying attention. So I took my hand. And recently I've been doing this clearing within my body, my energy system, my empathic, system, the system of, how can I explain it in more detail? The pathways within the body that channel empathic energy from other people, from other things, living things, including your own energies within your own body. Okay? Been doing a lot of cleaning, a lot of cleansing, and I actually made my body resonate to a point where it physically feels like a crystal. So it's very clear. And I take my hand and I put it on my dog's back. And I can feel him shake, and I could feel his thoughts, his motives, everything. And then I looked at Bonnie, and I could feel her without touching her, but I touched her just in case I needed to. Now, at this point, I didn't know what I was going to do until I did it. I touched her back and I felt her pain. She was very upset. And I wasn't emotionally triggered by this. It's very important, because if you get emotionally triggered by the things you're feeling, you'll actually ground their energy into you. So I'm feeling her sadness, and I can feel the fact that she was upset that he did it. Okay, why would he do this to me? It's kind of like random. And what I did was I felt that energy travel up my arm, past my chest, down this arm, and then into my dog. And the more I felt that, the more I focused on that, and the stronger the connection became. The most remarkable thing happened. He started to shake and get upset. He started to exhibit physical, behavioral attributes, tendencies that coalesce around somebody who was upset, depressed, and very upset. Matter of fact, his behavior was mimicking Bonnie's behavior. It was like he was shifting into Bonnie, not physically, but the emotions that people carry around. Sometimes you're upset, you'll be like looking down, you'll avoid eye contact, right? Bonnie was doing stuff like that, but when I channeled her energy into him, he felt it and started to mimic her behavioral patterns. It's pretty cool. Then he got really uncomfortable because he knew what I was doing. Okay, see, dogs are actually pretty intelligent because they're used to empathically feeling all the time. He felt all of this rush, this strange energy, which felt very foreign. It felt like Bonnie's energy, come from nowhere. And he tried to get away, but I said, shh, brought him down back in front of me, put my hand back in place, and I let him feel everything. He then got really upset, then just kind of meandered around the kitchen, then went back to his little, cubby hole, his little den underneath our kitchen table. And I spoke to my dog empathically, my mum's dog, and I brought her around the side near the back door, because we have a door separating that section of the house from the kitchen. So my dog's in the kitchen just setting it out, and my mum's dog, who is in pain, is now in our own little heaven away from my dog. And I warned my dog empathically. I looked at him, sent energy, and I said, look, you do something like that again, I'm going to make you feel what she's feeling times 10, maybe even times 20, you know? So it's just something I discovered recently, another ability of mine. The more I'm cleansing my body, the more, energy-wise, because I've cleansed it with my diet, but energy-wise now, I've learned how to clean the layers of the empathic body through specific ways. And the more I'm doing stuff like this, the more abilities I'm discovering, you know? You don't have to take my word for this. I'd appreciate it if you did, because it's true. However, there's always going to be someone out there who's thinking, whatever. Well, BS, right? But at the end of the day, people like me are showing up everywhere. And it's not like we were around and then just surprised. No, it's like we didn't know that we could do this. But then all of a sudden, through spirituality, through practices, through cleansing, through fixing our psychology and our emotional bodies, all of a sudden, we're discovering that we can do more with what we used to consider as a curse. Our empathic abilities, being able to feel everyone around us. Now we can actually utilize it for the good. We can teach people how other people feel. There is an empathic ability where you can literally beam a verbal dialogue from somebody's head, images, smells, experiences, memories, move it through the same way I move through my dog's energy from one location to another. I keep saying my dog as if they're both my dog. But I have a connection to both, so I'm going to continue saying my dog. Bonnie, the same way I took her energy and put it into Kanan. People can do that with memories and smells and experiences and even logic, epiphanies, inner knowings. And they can touch others and download this information through a stream within their body. That just sounds pretty effortless. It really does cut out that time when it comes to me trying to explain how to do these things logically and bring somebody from a third dimensional mindset up into a more fourth dimensional mindset where you're experiencing things outside of you, then into a fifth dimensional mindset where you're internal most of the time, if not all of the time. Why not just touch somebody and download the information? It's just one of those things. I'm Ryan JC, Ryan James Cropper. This has been a little story of mine. You know, just while I'm writing things down, this is just something that came up yesterday through an experience last night, and I thought if I don't say it now, I'll probably just never say it. Because something else will take its place. So yeah, let's try and make the majority of people who use Facebook and YouTube and social media, let's try and make them discover stuff like this so that they know, I guess, like literally their potential, no pun intended, but that's the only word that can come up within my mind, what they could be. Because when you're an empath, you think life is crap. I don't want to leave my house, I don't want to feel people. And they're just dragging it back from their town centers or from wherever they've been. And then they go to bed with that energy and they have like nightmares or weird things that keep happening. Ooh, that's another idea. So yeah, let us all know in the comments below about your experiences with empathic abilities. Maybe in this way, then if people stumble upon my video and they look down, they'll see that I'm not the only one experiencing stuff like this. You know? Because I believe that everyone on this earth, to some degree, is an empath. But if they just knew what they were, if they just tried to develop in this area of their life, it would change their perspective on what it means to be human. But more importantly, what it actually means to be telepathic. Information from a distance. Do that, I'll check them out, and I'll speak to you guys pretty soon. Peace.